Hello Facebook people, I'm Konstantinos, and today I'm coming to you with a test that I have conducted with Meta, and it's about ASC campaigns, if it's better to optimize with value optimization or maximum number of conversions. So this is one of the tests that Meta is actually funding, not 100% of course, but they gave us, I believe, the 1/4 or the 1/5 of the budget. So if you spend 10k, they're going to give you another 2k, or they're going to give you another 2.5k. So in total 12.5 or 12k if they give 1 to 5 or 1 to 4. I think they give 1 to 4, 25%, but they give it on top of what you're doing. They have introduced value optimization now to optimize for value, which means to go for people with higher AOV, and they have done this to ASC campaigns, while we had value optimization for many years before. I was actually having a strategy called MOB. If you are very old in the channel, you might remember it and how good it was. We were using one-day attribution and all of that. Anyway, that's memories from the past. What we are testing here is to see if value optimization is going to have better ROAS from the optimization that we do for maximum number of conversions. The logic here says that value optimization should have better, but let me show you how we conducted the test, what kind of results we had, and in my opinion, in which ad accounts is good to use that. And I will see you on my PC so that I can show you the live results for this test that we conducted for 1 month. Hi guys, I would like to interrupt this video in order to talk to you about my new mentorship programs, and I would love if you go to the website. You're going to find the link in the description, or you can find it in the menu of my website, and over there you're going to be able to see the different mentorship programs that I have. You can find the one that is going to fit better your needs, and I will hope to see you there. Okay. So let's see this test. It's an A/B test. It's one of the A/B tests that we're doing within Meta. I will pick just these two campaigns just so that we are be able to work faster. So this is the A/B test. First campaign basically here, same budget, same everything. We ran it for 1 month and we're not allowed to touch anything inside. So what we did so that we can be okay is that we took our best creatives and we tossed them inside to see which one was which of these are going to do the best as an option. So option number 1, maximize number of conversions over here. So basically we're optimizing for as many conversions as we can get. We don't care about the value that they will have. And here we maximize value of conversion over here. So we optimize for the value. Let me see again. What we have here is number of, you see, it's number of conversions. Okay, so in one of them, we try to get as many conversions as we can. In the other one, we try to get as much value as we can. As you can see, the results over here, they're very clear. We have a winner and it's optimizing for value against of optimizing for maximum number of conversions. But let me see over here what we actually did. So if we see over here, we didn't put any ROAS goal because I know that some of you might be asking. So we let this open, and let's see now the number of purchases that we had. While we are optimizing here for a bigger number of purchases, we do have a bigger number of purchases happening on the value optimization. So we do have more. Remember, these are two budgets which are the same budgets. We are not having different creatives. The creatives are the same and everything. And of course, let's see if we can in AOV, we can see that it's winning slightly with 104 to 96. It's not such a big difference. There's another thing that I need to mention over here is that this campaign has been running for the whole November. We did have Black Friday in this ad account in the last days, and we're going to check. But here, let's check initially what happened. So the first 9 days, we do have more sales coming from the first campaign, which is the campaign that is optimizing for maximum number of conversions. After that point, from the 10th to the 16th, we are seeing that we have the other campaign actually now winning, which is the one that's optimizing for value. So in the first period, we were having better results with a maximized number of conversions, and now in the second week, we're having better results from the value optimization. And after that point, we do have even more the winning of this campaign, which actually made this one struggle a little bit for a period. And then we can see that on Black Friday, it actually had kind of similar results. Okay, but for sure it's Black Friday. To be honest with you, I took this test because I wanted to just take some extra money from Meta for this test, because I knew that it was going to work anyway during the Black Friday. And at the end of the day, if it wasn't going to work because you're obliged to continue and run it for the 30 days, I was having my safety feature the last 7 days to be the Black Friday, so that I can recuperate all the money that I lost during this test. Because actually the whole test over here, it was 22k. It wasn't a small amount. In total, we do have a winner over here, but you can see that this campaign actually was having kind of the same results on the end. Here we have the same number, and here we have bigger ROAS. Of course, during the Black Friday, because the orders that were coming, there were more, what we could see over here is that in such a big volume, the campaign that was optimizing for value actually won by a lot. But you can also see here in the other period, which is a normal period, that initially we started with a campaign that was actually having more purchases over here, but the ROAS was worse also, comparing to the value optimization. So even if the value optimization campaign didn't have many more sales initially, it was still winning on ROAS, which is what we're asking from this campaign to do after all. Now, the whole value of this test and how I see it, I will tell you when we leave from my PC, and I will explain to you where I think that it should be used, along with some other technical information about it. So while I was watching the whole video that I video shooted, I think that there are some things that I haven't mentioned. So this is an additional Loom video, because I think that I up and I'm trying to fix it. Basically, I didn't up. I was discussing the results with friends and in inner circle. And while I was discussing, I was having aha moments of things that I haven't said the previous day that I did the video shooting. So that's it. So I'm doing this just because I wanted to be more complete. So what have I realized here? First of all, I didn't tell you that on the test over here, we have this confidence level of results, which is 79%. And the truth is that Meta says that if this is not 90%, the test is not 100% accurate. Have I ever seen a 90% A/B test? No. Have I seen strange results with A/B tests from Meta testing, proving their points, and then the next day doing it with normal campaigns and not working? Yes. So I don't know how I would believe of A/B test, but basically the thing with A/B test is basically that they're saying that it's not the same traffic. It's the same kind of traffic, but they never overlap with each other. So that's why it's called A/B test, to have a normal result. So over here, we do have a 79 confidence level of these results, but Meta says that if it's 90% or more, it's actually really accurate. I have never seen 90% to all of my tests, but I have a lot of tests right now with Meta for this A/B testing, so I will make more videos with these results, because they are interesting. For instance, I can tell you that what I have seen with this test over here is that for the value optimization, for all the companies that they do have fluctuation into the AOV, and I have started testing it after this test, I have seen that it actually helps a lot. But it's never good to have a ratio of all of your campaigns being of value optimization. I would say that a ratio of 3 out of 10 or 4 out of 10 campaigns to be value optimization, it's okay. I have seen that it's hurting the other accounts if you just do all of the campaigns. In companies that they have fluctuation with AOV, as I said, it's helping a lot, because you might end up with some good campaigns while you're struggling, and Meta a lot of times actually prefers to optimize for lower AOV because it's easier for them, so you can push it to do so. And the last thing that I need to say is that I was a little bit playing the clever card over here. Why? Because I wanted to use the Meta budget for Black Friday. So I took the test on a month, which was November, and I wanted to just take the extra spend. So I knew that these campaigns, both of them, were going to do well because it was November, and I wanted to just take the extra 25% that was funded into the pocket of the owner as a clever move. And I have done the same also with other companies. I took a lot of A/B tests on November because I knew that it was going to be a good month and that this extra budget that they gave us, it was going to be it was going to be a budget that would go straight to the pocket of the owner because these campaigns were going to be profitable. On other months, you're taking a bigger risk because you might end up losing money with these A/B tests, and maybe this 25% funding that Meta is giving is not enough to cover the losses. But here, because both campaigns are going to be profitable anyway, the 25% extra that you get, it's money on the pocket, it's extra money for the owner. But if I was Meta, I wouldn't let these A/B tests happen within the Black Friday period because it's a bad period for this testing because it's not a normal period. And I will explain to you what I mean because this is the last part that I didn't cover with you. So remember, the top campaign over here is the one that is actually optimizing for volume and the bottom is the one that's actually optimizing for value. I will start from the early days of this campaign just to show you how the results were doing with 7 days intervals, okay? So this is one over here, 7-day interval. You can see that we're starting over here. We are having a lower cost per purchase in the one that's optimizing for volume, and we have higher cost per purchase, but we have higher ROAS in the one optimizing for value. So far, so good. Perfect. Let's continue. Let's go to the next week. And let's see what happened here. We do see that we kind of have the same amount of sales. So we have 62.59. This one is still a little bit more. But this one is giving more volume, more ROAS, which is the value optimization one, which makes total sense again. But still we can see that both of them, they were having kind of the same amount of sales, which was strange. Now, we start seeing one strange behavior over here. We do see that the value optimization one, which is actually optimizing for value, okay? While we don't have any promo ads over here, it's actually on this week having more sales and it has more ROAS also, comparing to this one that has 55.61. So there's no problem over here. This one, maybe because it got better results, it started getting also more sales. Let's go 1 week before Black Friday. The results are compelling, because this campaign was actually taking more and more and more. There are two different campaigns with the same budget, by the way. It's starting taking more and more and more purchases. And not only this one is the value optimization again, this is not taking only volume, but it's taking also good ROAS. Okay, so and here this one, it's actually falling behind in terms of the volume. You can see that the cost per purchase here is 79.33. That's a huge difference. This campaign actually won by a lot. And then the Black Friday period comes and it's actually ruining everything. Okay, I will put it up to here that we were running Black Friday ads. Or maybe here that we were running Black Friday ads. What do we have here? Here we do have the situation that both of these campaigns, they got a lot of results, okay? And they got also value optimization anyway because we had an offer. In other words, if you're running a promo, you don't need the value optimization. Go for maximum number of conversions because the AOV is going to be also there. And here in Black Friday, because we had an offer, the AOV was higher from the other period because people were buying more. So over here, we can see that we do have kind of the same amount of sales. This one is actually taking more, but we can see in between the days, like on Monday, we do see that this one actually got more ROAS, okay? Because it was trying to optimize for more sales. Okay, these are random results because, okay, you will have some orders that they will have more or less. Here we can see that it actually has, this one, which is the volume ad, it's actually having higher ROAS from the other one, which is the one optimizing for high ROAS, okay? So what do we learn? In Black Friday period, in any promo period, you don't need to run, and this is something that I'm saying a lot of times, you don't need to take any results for like real results and actually believe them, because this is a period that you should not be looking to test things. The Black Friday and your promo periods are periods that you should be doing things that they have worked throughout the whole year and just try to make them more on this period and try to scale them. This is what I'm saying about Black Friday. We don't test things on Black Friday because maybe everything is going to work, okay? This doesn't mean that in other periods these things are going to work. And it's proven over here. We can see that the clear winner actually became as good as the other one that the other campaign that it was losing. So here, what do we learn? That in Black Friday we don't test things, or in other promo periods we do things that they have worked throughout the whole year. This test has proven that value optimization is something that needs to be tested in ad accounts, especially with AOV fluctuations in between the orders. If you have a flat value on each order, for example, it's not going to help you most likely. And that the results actually got skewed completely during the Black Friday period, and we should not run any tests during these periods because they're going to be completely ruined. You can use this kind of tests if you have connections with MetaReps to actually take some extra money on promo periods that you know that both of the campaigns are going to work anyway. The one that is optimizing for value, it's going to take anyway a lot of orders, so it's going to do well. And the one that's optimizing for a lot of orders, it's going to take a lot of more orders. So eventually what's going to happen is that, so the one that's optimizing also for volume, it's going to take anyway volume, the one that's going to take, but still the AOV is going to be good because you are running an offer. So there's nothing to test here. It's just a period that no matter what setting you're going to try, it's going to have good results. Or even similar results to each other. That's all. I'm not going to keep you more here because this video is already too long. The last thing that I need to mention is that in ad accounts that they have fluctuations on AOV and high ticket items, and you can see that one order can take you to the roof with ROAS, and another one which is a very small, it can actually ruin your results. I have seen consistently, when a campaign was starting with small value orders, it was continuing like this. So it was optimizing for lower AOV people. So when a campaign was starting with high AOV, it was continuing like this on high AOV orders. So I don't know what is the limit and what is considered high or low AOV and how Facebook understands that. But for sure I could see that when I was having a high order coming initially, the hot pocket that was being formed, it was actually converting for high orders again, and I didn't have problem with ROAS over there, and I was able to hit my targets. But when it was optimizing for a small one, never ever has become a campaign that it was having high AOV orders after that point. And this is how I have understood and I accepted that maybe we should run this test in order to see if it's working or not. And I can see the benefits from it. So for all of you that you're having fluctuations in AOV, I think that this is something that you should test. Keep in mind all the other things that we said earlier about keeping a normal balance in between. Don't just run all of your campaigns like this. The value is not something which just came to our lives now. It's something that we're using for many years, but now it has been introduced to ASC. This is the difference. We didn't have it before in ASC. By now, I mean in this year, okay? Not this month. It has been some time that it has been introduced. I have done more A/B tests with Meta for some other things. One of them is running something, for example, with $200 and the same exact thing with $400 to see if you're spending on something with double the budget is going to have better results. The results are going to shock you, and I'm going to show them in another video. But don't forget, guys, that if you want to learn more, you can check my book, my course, my website, my mentorship programs. Below my mentorship programs, you can check all of these testimonials from people that they have completed all of my mentorships, and they are still on my mentorships, actually, some of them. And we're working daily on their ad accounts, and you can see how they experienced this, especially on the Chosen 5. And until we meet again, guys, be creative and be consistent.